Welcome to our today's story on why you should have a smile on you all the time. Once upon a time in a small, picturesque town nestled between rolling hills, there lived a man named Oliver who was known far and wide for one peculiar trait: he smiled all the time. This wasn't just an occasional grin or a polite gesture. Oliver's smile was constant, as if it were etched into his very being. His cheerful demeanor was infectious, and it seemed as though he had discovered the secret to perpetual happiness. Oliver's story began like that of many others. He grew up in a modest house on the outskirts of the town, surrounded by loving parents and a tight-knit community. From a young age, Oliver displayed an uncanny ability to find joy in the simplest of things. Whether it was the gentle rustling of leaves in the breeze or the melodious chirping of birds at dawn, he couldn't help but smile. As he entered school, Oliver's disposition stood out. His classmates found it impossible to stay gloomy around him, and even the sternest teachers couldn't resist the warmth of his ever-present smile. His ability to brighten the room with his mere presence earned him a reputation as the eternal optimist. As Oliver grew older, his perpetually positive attitude became both a blessing and a challenge. People admired his cheerful demeanor, but they couldn't help but wonder if it was genuine or merely a facade. Some believed he was hiding deep sorrow or pain behind his perpetual grin. One day, a newcomer to the town named Grace decided to uncover the truth about Oliver's radiant smile. Grace had heard about the man who smiled all the time and was intrigued by the idea of someone being so perpetually happy. She made it her mission to get to know him better. Grace approached Oliver one sunny afternoon as he sat on a park bench, watching children play. "Hello there," she greeted him with a friendly smile of her own. Oliver returned the gesture, his smile widening. "Hello. What brings you to our lovely town?" "I've heard about you, Oliver," Grace said, her curiosity shining in her eyes. "They say you never stop smiling. Is that true?" Oliver chuckled softly. "Yes, it is. Life is too short not to smile, don't you think?" Grace nodded, studying Oliver's face. "But is there more to it than that? Are you really as happy as you seem?" Oliver paused for a moment, his gaze drifting towards the children playing nearby. "Well, Grace, it's not that I'm always happy, but I've learned the incredible power of smiling. You see, when you smile, it has the remarkable ability to transform not just your own mood, but the moods of those around you." Intrigued, Grace sat down beside him, eager to hear more. Oliver continued, "I've had my share of ups and downs in life, just like everyone else. But I realized early on that a simple smile can turn a challenging day into a bearable one. And when you share your smile with others, it's like a ripple effect. It can brighten their day, and they, in turn, may pass it on to someone else." Grace nodded, absorbing Oliver's wisdom. "So, it's not about being happy all the time but choosing to spread happiness through your smile?" "That's right," Oliver affirmed. "It's about embracing the power of positivity. Even on my toughest days, I remind myself that there's always something to be grateful for, and that thought alone brings a smile to my face." Grace left her conversation with Oliver with a newfound perspective on life. She began to observe how the simple act of smiling had a profound impact on her own well-being and the people around her. She started to smile more often, not just as a response to happiness but as a conscious choice to uplift herself and those she encountered. Over time, Grace's smile became as infectious as Oliver's. The townspeople noticed the change in her and found themselves drawn to her positivity. She, too, became known for her ever-present smile, and together with Oliver, they turned their town into a haven of happiness. As the years passed, Oliver and Grace's dedication to spreading joy through their smiles made a remarkable difference in their community. People were happier, kinder, and more connected than ever before. The town, once merely picturesque, became a place where the incredible power of smiling transformed lives. Oliver and Grace's story spread beyond their town. Their message of the transformative power of a smile inspired people around the world to embrace positivity and make the conscious choice to smile more often. They became advocates for mental health, spreading awareness about how a simple smile could improve one's well-being and the well-being of others. Their journey was not without challenges, but Oliver and Grace faced them with resilience, always armed with their unwavering smiles. Their legacy was not one of fame or fortune but of happiness, kindness, and the belief that a single smile could change the world, one person at a time. As Oliver and Grace continued to champion the incredible power of smiling, their influence grew. They started workshops and community events dedicated to spreading happiness, teaching people how to harness the positivity within themselves and share it with others. Their smiles became symbols of hope, and their town became a sanctuary of joy and connection. One sunny morning, a group of children gathered around Oliver and Grace in the same park where Grace had first approached Oliver years ago. They gazed up at the two smiling figures with wonder in their eyes. "Tell us the secret," one of the children said, tugging at Oliver's sleeve. "How do you both smile all the time?" Oliver knelt down, his smile as radiant as ever. "The secret, my dear friends, is that happiness is a choice. It's a decision we make each day when we wake up. We choose to find beauty in the world around us, to be grateful for the small things, and to share our joy with others." Grace joined in, her eyes twinkling with warmth. "And when you smile, even when things are tough, you'll find that life becomes a little bit brighter. Your smile can light up the darkest of days and bring people together in ways you can't even imagine." The children nodded, their faces breaking into wide grins. They understood that the incredible power of smiling was not just a story but a lesson they could carry with them throughout their lives. As time went on, Oliver and Grace's smiles remained a constant source of inspiration. Their story became a legend, and people from far and wide came to visit their town, seeking the wisdom and positivity that seemed to flow from the very streets. Oliver and Grace grew old together, their smiles etched with the wrinkles of a life well lived. Their love for each other deepened with each passing day, and they found solace in knowing that they had made a lasting impact on the world by simply sharing their joy. One crisp autumn evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and cast a warm, golden glow over the town, Oliver and Grace sat on their porch, hand in hand, gazing out at the community they had helped build. It was a place where the incredible power of smiling had transformed not only their lives but the lives of everyone around them. As they watched the stars twinkle in the night sky, they knew that their legacy would endure, carried forward by the countless smiles they had inspired. Oliver turned to Grace and said, "We may not have changed the entire world, but we've made our corner of it a little bit brighter." Grace smiled, her eyes filled with contentment. "And that, my dear, is more than enough." And so, in the quiet moments of that beautiful evening, Oliver and Grace continued to smile, knowing that their journey had been a testament to the incredible power of a simple, heartfelt smile, a power that had the capacity to change lives, one smile at a time, and create a world filled with boundless happiness and love.